Pokémon GO! The mobile game that had everyone wandering into traffic, climbing up random hills, and invading parks back in 2016. All in pursuit of adorable digital creatures. Niantic took the Pokémon craze and turned it into a worldwide phenomenon that had everyone, from kids to grandparents, glued to their phones. But while it brought people together and got them outdoors, Pokémon GO has had its fair share of, let's just say, unique challenges. Grab your Poké Balls and let's dive into everything hilariously wrong with Pokémon GO. Sorry to interrupt, but subscribing is like hatching an egg without walking. It's effortless and totally rewarding. Trust me. The Walk to Hatch Your Eggs workout. If there's one thing Pokémon GO is a little too enthusiastic about, it's cardio. To hatch Pokémon eggs, players have to walk anywhere from 2 to 10 kilometers. Sounds great for fitness, right? Except, half the time, the app doesn't even track your distance properly. You're walking your heart out, only to find that the app recorded, 0.3 kilometers? Plus, it's brutal in extreme weather. No one wants to trek through rain, snow, or 100-degree heat just to hatch a Magikarp. Not to mention the sneaky tricks people tried, attaching phones to their dogs, drones, or even fans just to rack up those steps. GPS drift. Pokémon GO uses GPS to track your location, but sometimes it gets a little creative. You're standing perfectly still at home, but your avatar is suddenly miles away, hovering over the ocean or deep in the forest. It's called GPS drift, and it's like the game's way of giving you a free virtual tour. Annoying? Yes. Convenient for catching a faraway Snorlax? Occasionally. But nothing screams suspense like seeing your avatar on a random mountain peak when you haven't left your couch. The quest for rare Pokémon. Remember the sheer joy of spotting a rare Pokémon on your nearby list, followed by the crushing disappointment when you realized it was in someone's backyard? Or worse, across a 4-lane highway? Rare Pokémon are often found in the least accessible spots. Players have risked traffic, trespassing signs, and even angry homeowners just to get close enough to catch that elusive Charizard. It's like Pokémon GO took the concept of catch 'em all and added, but make it borderline impossible. The battery drain. Want to play Pokémon GO for more than half an hour? Better bring a portable charger, or two. This app is a notorious battery hog, draining power faster than a Pikachu uses Quick Attack. Between the GPS tracking, graphics, and data usage, your phone's battery is waving the white flag within minutes. Niantic tried to help by introducing a battery saver mode, but let's be real, unless you're packing extra power, you're in for a short-lived adventure. Gym battles that require a master's degree in Pokémon. In theory, battling at gyms sounds fun and straightforward. Pick a Pokémon, tap the screen, win some prizes. But then the strategy kicks in. Type matchups, IVs, CP levels, movesets. It's practically a science. There's even a debate about the optimal tapping speed. And then there's the infuriating experience of battling your way through a gym, only for someone else to swoop in and claim it right as you're about to win. It's like a Pokémon soap opera with real-life betrayal and tears. When servers crash right, as you're catching something rare. Yes, the age-old server not responding message, showing up just as you're about to catch that rare Dragonite. Nothing says heartbreak quite like watching your screen freeze while your dream Pokémon makes its getaway. Early players remember those server crashes all too well, and even now, it's the digital equivalent of having a door slammed in your face. Niantic's servers seem to have as much trouble keeping up with the excitement as our legs did from all the walking. The inexplicable love for Pidgeys, Rattatas, and Weedles. The joy of seeing a wild Pokémon on your map wears off fast when it's yet another Pidgey, Rattata, or Weedle. These little guys were everywhere in the game's early days, leading to a generation of trainers who probably never want to see a Pidgey again. Sure, they're great for leveling up fast, but can we get some variety here? Players wanted adventure, not a non-stop pigeon parade. The disappointing reality of curveballs. Trying to throw a curveball in Pokémon GO is like attempting advanced calculus while juggling. It's supposed to increase your catch rate, but getting the timing and angle right is a skill that feels almost mystical. One tiny miscalculation, and your Pokéball goes flying past the Pokémon in the least graceful way possible. And when it actually lands, half the time it doesn't seem to make any difference. It's like the game is mocking us for trying to be fancy. The infamous nearby tracker mishaps. When the game first launched, the nearby tracker was supposed to help players locate Pokémon. Instead, it often looked like a cryptic treasure map. 1, 2, or 3 footsteps, but no clear indication of direction or distance. It led to the bizarre phenomenon of players wandering in circles, desperately trying to figure out if they were getting closer or farther away. They've improved it now, but back then, it was like Pokemon hide and seek with 0 clues. The original launch bugs that could fill a Pokédex. Pokemon GO's launch was a mix of excitement and utter chaos. Servers crashed, Pokemon would disappear mid-catch, and gyms would glitch out right before victory. Some players had their entire accounts wiped, while others were left staring at frozen screens during important catches. Let's just say that Pokemon GO wasn't winning any awards for smooth gameplay in 2016. But hey, it was still addictive enough to keep us playing through the bugs. Seasonal events, and the FOMO that comes with them. Pokemon GO loves its seasonal events with exclusive Pokemon, special items, and themed raids. But if you're busy during that time, too bad, you missed out. The fear of missing out, FOMO, is real, as players scramble to catch rare event Pokemon that might not come back for years. It's like the game knows our weakness and exploits it, turning us into Pokemon-hungry fiends who can't miss a single day. The mystery of legendary Pokemon raids. Raids are fun in theory. Team up with fellow trainers, take down a tough Pokemon, and maybe catch something legendary. But in practice, it's a logistical nightmare. Coordinating groups, finding enough players, making sure everyone's at the same raid location at the same time. It's like organizing a flash mob that costs raid passes. And if you're in a less populated area, good luck trying to tackle a legendary with 3 people and a Pidgey. The glorious failure of tracking apps. In the early days, third-party apps popped up to help players track Pokemon spawns. They were hugely popular until Niantic swooped in and banned them. Players were left wandering aimlessly again, trying to figure out where that elusive Lapras might be hiding. It was like being handed a map to treasure, only to have it snatched away by the pirate who made the map in the first place. Team Instinct's eternal struggle for respect. The rivalry between Team Mystic, Team Valor, and Team Instinct has been fierce from day one. But somehow, poor Team Instinct always ended up as the underdog, with fewer players and endless jokes about Zapdos being the forgotten legendary bird. They might not hold as many gyms, but Instinct players remain some of the most loyal and passionate fans out there. Let's hear it for the scrappy team that never quite got the respect it deserved. AR mode, fun in theory, awkward in practice. Augmented reality, AR mode in Pokemon. GO lets you see Pokemon in real-world settings through your phone camera. Sounds amazing, right? Until you realize it makes catching Pokemon 10 times harder, with awkward angles and backgrounds that make throws nearly impossible. Plus, AR mode drains your battery like nobody's business. It's a cool feature, but it's safe to say most players turn it off after the first few tries. When you accidentally transfer the wrong Pokemon. You know that feeling of accidentally deleting an important file? Now imagine accidentally transferring your favorite Pokemon for some extra candy. There's no "are you sure?" confirmation, just a sinking feeling as you realize your prized Charizard is gone forever. It's the kind of mistake that makes you wish you could throw yourself a max revive. The confusing candy economy. Candy is essential for powering up and evolving Pokemon, but the system is a bit weird. You only get a few candies for each Pokemon you catch, but certain evolutions require dozens, even hundreds of them. The result? You're stockpiling Pidgeys for candy while desperately wishing rare Pokemon weren't so, well, rare. It's like the game's currency system was designed to make you feel poor at all times. Pokestops at very questionable locations. On the plus side, Pokemon GO encourages people to explore new places, but sometimes it encourages you to explore places you really don't want to be. Abandoned buildings? Check. Random graveyards? Absolutely. Players have found themselves awkwardly hanging out at memorials, outside police stations, and even in cemeteries, all in the name of spinning that blue Pokestop. Because nothing says catch 'em all like explaining to a cop why you're lurking around the fire station at midnight. When friends from every social circle send you gifts. The Friends feature brought gift giving to Pokemon GO, and suddenly you're getting daily notifications from people you haven't spoken to since high school. It's nice, sure, but also a little overwhelming. Those gifts pile up fast, and managing friendships in-game can feel like maintaining a second social life. Who knew Pokemon could be this socially demanding? Limited bag space for those who just want it all. Item management in Pokemon GO is a constant struggle thanks to limited bag space. Poké Balls, potions, berries, evolution items, it all takes up precious room. Sure, you can buy more space with in-game currency, but it feels like an endless cycle of purging and collecting. Who knew being a trainer would come with such organizational stress? The occasionally questionable sponsored locations. Pokemon GO has partnerships with various brands, turning some locations into Pokestops or gyms with in-game perks. Sometimes it's great, but other times it feels a bit weird. Seeing your local coffee shop or grocery store branded with Pokemon GO icons makes it feel like the game is trying to sneak into every part of daily life. It's convenient, but also a reminder that Pokemon GO is always looking for that next sponsor. Rural players left in the dust. While city players can find Pokestops and gyms on nearly every corner, rural players often get the short end of the Pokeball. Sparse stops, fewer spawns, and barely any gyms make it tough to play without driving miles just to catch a Weedle. Pokemon GO may have brought people together, but rural players have to work twice as hard just to keep up. It's like the game wasn't quite designed with the countryside in mind. Sorry, not available in your country yet. For players outside the major regions, Pokemon GO's staggered release was nothing short of torture. Watching friends in other countries catch Pokemon while waiting for it to be available at home? The FOMO was real. Even now, certain features and events take longer to arrive in some places. It's a harsh reminder that Pokemon GO can be as exclusive as it is accessible. The classic out of Poké Balls crisis. You're on a roll catching Pokemon left and right, until you get hit with the dreaded out of Poké Balls message. Nothing says game over like staring at a Pokemon you can't catch. Then it's either wait for the nearest Pokestop or cough up real cash for more. It's the app's sneaky way of keeping us on our toes, or wallets. The never-ending supply of spinning Pokestops. Let's talk about Pokestops. You spin, you get items. Seems simple enough. But after your 50th Pokeball, your enthusiasm starts to wane. The rewards can feel underwhelming, especially when you need higher level items or just something a little more exciting. And those 2-kilometer eggs that always seem to contain yet another Pidgey? Thanks, Pokestop, but maybe it's time to up your game and give us some Ultra Balls or something shiny for our troubles. Shadow Pokemon, a cool feature, that's a grind. When Shadow Pokemon were introduced, everyone was hyped. Who doesn't want a slightly menacing version of their favorite Pokemon? But the process of catching and purifying them quickly became a grind. Battling endless Team Rocket grunts, scrounging up enough Stardust to purify, and then realizing the purified Pokemon isn't exactly powerful? It's like the game is teasing us with edgy-looking Pokemon, but makes the whole process so drawn out that you almost wish you'd never bothered. The elusive legendary raid Pokemon. Nothing says frustration quite like spending time, effort, and resources battling a legendary Pokemon in a raid, only to have it break out of every Pokeball you throw. These Pokemon taunt you, sitting there with their high CP, only for you to run out of Premier Balls. When they disappear after what felt like a hard-earned victory, it feels like a slap in the face. And while they do return in future raids, sometimes you're left wondering if they're worth all that time and golden raspberries. Region-locked Pokemon, the ultimate tease. For a game about catching them all, Pokémon GO makes it really hard to, well, catch them all. Certain Pokemon are only available in specific regions, meaning if you're not traveling the world, you'll be missing a few rare species in your Pokédex. And when you see those regionals pop up in your nearby list during a special event, only for them to disappear or be inaccessible, it's like the game is waving them in your face. Sure, you can trade for them, but where's the thrill in that? And there you have it. Everything that makes Pokémon GO both addictively fun and mildly exasperating. Whether it's unexpected technical issues or overly enthusiastic Pokewalks, the game keeps us laughing, groaning, and coming back for more. Do you play Pokémon GO? And if so, what level are you at, and what's your most special Pokemon? Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stay and check out the next videos. Gotta catch them all, right?